In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission.
Mikey, what are you doing?
I'm doing the thing for the podcast.
It's not that hard, bud.
Dude, just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends podcast.
Yeah, so Sunday morning I watched the F1 race, and that's when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sitting here drinking my fucking pumpkin coffee and watching F1, and you got to ruin it with this fucking FaceTime call? Like, I don't fucking, the fuck do you want?
That's the worst.
I thought somebody died. I was like, what? It's bullshit.
Do you get a camera?
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Oh, man.
Fuck
No,
yeah.
Jess and I were talking about the mercy rule the other day. He'd asked me about how I felt about the mercy rule in baseball. And I was like, fuck them.
Like the
No.
unspoken mercy rule.
Yeah, like,
which
no.
is in a bunch of sports, and I don't like it.
I say run it up, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's good morale for that fan base.
Well,
Run it up.
and that's the whole argument about that mercy. The unspoken thing is like, don't just, if you're going to win, just win. Don't like demolish. And I'm like, fuck it, try harder.
Yeah, right? Fucking motivate him to be the one that beats that guy.
Because then what happens is like these guys go back to the fucking, they go back to the dugout or the locker room or whatever.
Yeah.
And they go like, well, it wasn't that bad. And I'm like, no, they could have fucking,
Yeah.
they could have utterly just fucking destroyed you.
Yeah.
And instead, now you have to go and be like, well, it was only 3 runs. And it's like, no, this could have been 30.
Yeah.
Like
They
just
gave up.
destroy them.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, it's like people used to bitch about like the 07 Patriots. Like, when like Randy Moss and Tom Brady were just fucking destroying records left and right?
Yeah.
They used to bitch about that all the time. Well, they ran it up. They'd play like the Lions and beat them like 54-0, and shit like that. And just shutting out teams.
Yeah.
What's
But
like,
they were better.
yeah, it's like, fuck you. Try
Yeah,
harder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking mercy, man. That's bullshit.
Well,
And in
that's-
professional sports,
And I don't want
there
to
shouldn't be
hear,
mercy.
and I don't want to hear the budget cap shit either.
yeah.
I don't. Like the budget cap argument went away when somebody like Brady comes along that was taken so late in the draft anyways that you got him for like a raspberry.
If right.
And then comes out just as the most dominant player the NFL's ever seen. Sorry, it's not a budget thing. Know
Yeah.
who you're looking for.
Yeah.
And know how to run a damn team.
Yeah. That and when even the salary cap bullshit, like when Brady would like donate back like a large percentage of his fucking salary
Yeah.
to the cap so
Yep.
that he could get weapons because he wanted to be successful.
He's like,
Because he
tell you
knew
what,
that
pay
if
me
he
less,
dominated,
pay me less, build me a line.
yeah, he knew that if he could dominate,
The money came in.
the money's more money than God's coming through the door. Yeah.
He also had I'm not a huge NFL guy. I do college I follow, but I'm not a huge NFL guy. But one thing that you have to look at,
You have to because your wife's in a cold.
but one thing with him is, yes, he made gobs of money, but you can tell he just wants to play.
He is one that
He
when he took
just-
that hit, it was because he wanted to win.
He just wants to play.
Yeah.
So when he goes like, tell you what, it's contract time. You're paying me whatever, 12.5 million a season. Pay me 7.5 million. Take that 5 million and go build me a line.
Yeah.
But
If I don't get hit, I perform better and I fucking will crush.
and and then I get all the sponsorships ever anyways.
Yep.
So I'll make 3 times what the cut was because we're always winning.
Yeah.
Because bandwagon means profit.
That's smart business, though.
Yeah.
That's what it's smart business moves. And that's like when you hear about like Dak Prescott's and guys like that that are like fucking pay me. Show, and all that. First of all, be better.
Yeah.
If you're going to demand shit like
absolutely.
that, like Tom Brady in 07 could have fucking demanded more money and the Patriots, Robert Kraft would have dropped his fucking pants and given him his wallet.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, but Dak, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't shit, dude. Like,
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I respect the guys that are at that top level. Like they've got to have something. But when you're in like a Dak situation where it's like, but you can't be asking for these like number 1 in the NFL salaries,
right?
When you're fucking not.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Yeah.
Well, try winning first,
Yeah, exactly.
then ask for money.
Yeah.
Didn't he get hurt his first season out and
Yeah.
sit out like
Yeah.
3/4 of the first fucking season?
Yeah.
That was
while
when
making bank.
Well, that was also
Yep.
when he was renegotiating his new contract too.
Yeah.
So he almost didn't get shit. Like,
By the way, those contracts don't mean fuck all either.
That's also
Like
true.
they all have performance riders. In it.
Yeah.
Mm.
All of them. So it's like, yeah, we'll pay you that. Deliver.
Yeah.
It like prime example. That's Manziel.
Yeah.
Manziel went first round, dropped out of college, got taken first round.
Yep.
Got a fat contract. He'll
Yep.
be a third stringer
Yep.
and still made fat money. First debut, way underperformed, and then just checked out.
Yep.
He couldn't handle the show. And I'm like, but you've got these guys that are decent, but want to be rock stars.
Yeah.
And you can't be a high performing athlete and a rock star. You have to be one or the other.
Yeah.
And some of those guys can't handle the fucking pressure.
Yeah. Well, like how many fucking movies have been made about just that? You know what I mean? Like,
But you get your chance on the show and you fuck it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because it happens so fucking often, man. Like,
Even the dudes like I watch like Hard Knocks and stuff like that,
Mm.
and there are dudes out there that are still busting their ass at the center early and leaving late in the whole nine, and they still don't make it. Like
Yeah.
it's like, sorry, dude, like you have the work ethic, you can't match what these other guys are putting out on the field. So
Yeah.
we hate to say it, but you're gone.
like you might be talented.
Yeah.
You're not that talented.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But and then you see the guys that are fucking leaving early to go fucking do coke off a hooker's ass.
Well, and
it's
that's
like,
the thing is
yeah,
that these
dude, you're
guys
not gonna be around
they're
for long.
naturally talented.
Oh, absolutely.
And when you're playing high school and college and you're naturally talented and you're willing and at that level are willing to leave it all on the field,
Absolutely.
you're going to get your shot.
Yes.
The problem is now you're going in against veteran players that
Yeah.
understand how to bring 70% to the field, but are so much fucking smarter than you
Yes.
Yeah.
because they just have the experience and you're going to get your fucking shit rocked
Yep.
because you came unprepared. And now all of a sudden you're not that it's too easy fucking rock star on the field anymore
Mhm.
and you get fucking destroyed. And when you're the hype guy that just came in, I'm sorry, but that D line wants nothing more than to fucking destroy.
Oh yeah.
You want an
They have
example?
nothing to lose at that
You
point.
want
I
an-
loved the first time Manziel got fucking laid out and that dude fucking did his whole fucking money sign thing over him. And it was like, yeah. And that was like play 2
Yeah.
in the NFL.
Chad Ochocinco.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he tried to fucking like he was playing the Ravens and this was like Ray Lewis defense, right? And fucking Ray fucking smashed him in
Yeah.
the fucking deep end, right? Just fucking crushed him, right?
Yeah.
And he got up and Ocho acted like he was going to go do something. And then reality said it. He was like, that's Ray Lewis. He's
Yep.
a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go ahead and not do that.
I like some of those defensive dudes where like you'll watch these videos of these guys that are mic'd up and they were like, man, I came around the outside and he laid me out. I left Earth for like 5 seconds. And then I woke up and went like, oh fuck. That was that's what that was. Like it was
I think my favorite one that I ever heard was when Favre left the Packers, and they were talking to one of the defensive guys about it after the fact, and they're like, "So what do you think about Brett leaving?" And he's like, "Wait, does that mean I can hit him now?"
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. And then he sends Aaron Andrews a picture of his fucking soft limp dick. Come on, dude. It's Aaron Andrews. Chub it up. Like, show some respect.
Yeah.
Like, fucking chub it up, man. Like,
I like
fuck it.
Rodgers though. I liked Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is still good. I mean, he's on the Jets now, so he's dog shit, but
And he looks like
Yeah.
Scott's tap.
Well,
yeah.
He followed Favre a little too closely.
With arms wide open.
He followed Favre a little too closely. He was
Yeah.
like, Brett
So-
was my hero growing up, so now I'm going to captain his team, and then I'm also going to not know when to retire, and I'm just going to I'm going to go from one shitty team to another.
It's going to be interesting.
Fuck it, man. If they're still paying me, I'm fucking working. I
Yeah,
don't
but the
give a
thing
fuck.
is that Favre had the opportunity to make just as much and go out as a legend,
Yeah.
and now he just looks like the guy that wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But he's forever known as the gunslinger, man. Like, that guy was so
Sure.
fucking, like, more interceptions than, like, anybody in history. Like, I mean, like, his numbers aren't great. He just played for fucking ever.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know,
but that's
like,
the thing is that he was still, he would. I'm not saying he was a great player, but he was always in that conversation when
Yeah.
people were talking about like the greats, and his name was always around. And it's like you could have gone out with that. Instead, you went to the Jets, and then you went. Where do you go after the Jets? To
Minnesota.
Minnesota,
yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
Did Favre play on the Jets?
No, Favre didn't go to the Jets.
He went from Green Bay, had the 1 year retirement, and then came back and played for Minnesota, right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah.
went to 2 teams.
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
I'll do a quick
He went to
search.
2 teams.
But then you got guys like Kirk Cousins, who's been
Didn't he-
around for fucking
Didn't he
ever.
play in the Dolphins? Was it the Dolphins for a year?
Dude, I forgot the Dolphins were even still a team.
Valid.
Has the Dolphins done
chicken of the sea,
anything since
baby.
Marino?
Squish the
No.
fish, dude.
Chicken of the sea, baby.
Oh, wow. All right. So Brett Favre played for Green Bay from 92 to 08.
Yep.
He played for the Falcons from 91
That's
to
what it was.
That's right.
92.
Yeah.
Then he went to the Jets.
I
from
knew he played
08
for
to
the
89.
Jets.
Wow, I did not think
I
you're right
did
on
not
that.
remember him going. He did go to
And
the
then
Jets.
he was on the Vikings
Yeah.
from 09 to 11.
He
That
just-
dude played ball for fucking almost 20 years, 19 years.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I knew he went to the Jets.
But that's why when people were like, when's Brady going to hit the hill? When's he going to hit the hill? And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm not Brett Favre.
That's, yeah.
You know, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm still like, this is my life. You know, like, and his
Oh, yeah.
regiment, fucking gross, man.
He's
like, I
got
don't know.
more rings than any team
Yes.
in the NFL.
Except I think the Steelers got him
Nope.
by like
No.
one.
Nope.
No.
No, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's the other
Oh,
way
yeah.
around.
He's got
Yeah.
him by one.
Because they actually just posted it, and it's literally the most winning, the largest collection of rings in the NFL. It's him,
Doesn't
and
he
then
have
the next three positions are teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No, so
teams that have the
this is
most
just championship rings, or are they
Super Bowl rings.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl
It's
rings?
Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
He is
Doesn't he have
literally
7?
he is no, it's seven.
Six.
He's number one at 7.
or 7. Yeah,
And then it's literally franchises that have to get on the list behind it.
yeah.
Like, well, it's like we were talking about before the show with Verstappen
Oh, actually,
in F1. It's going to hit the point. What?
the Steelers do have 8. So they've got him by
Oh,
one.
yeah.
They've got him by one.
Yeah.
But still.
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
Like, but still,
He
like,
has to have multiple hands for the amount of rings
dude.
that
Have
he
you ever
has.
seen? There's a picture of Bill Belichick with all of the AFC Championship rings,
Oh my god!
as well as his Super Bowl rings as a coach from before he was with the Patriots, back when he was like, you know, under Parcells and shit, right? You want to talk about dipped in fucking diamonds, man? His hands when he puts those on are probably worth millions
you know
of
what he
dollars.
needs?
Like,
How'd you like to take a shot to the jaw with that one?
dude, I've been hit by way fucking worse.
He needs- you know the guys that go duck hunting and they wear like the fucking necklace. It's got other calls and shit. He
Yeah.
needs that just for his rings.
Yeah.
So when those fucking receivers come in and they're iced out, Bill Belichick can come in and be like, "That's fucking cute."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, or like have like the Black Panther fucking necklace
Oh,
with the rings like that. That'd be fucking dope.
Fuck yes.
This dude's walking with the rent to own chains, and he's just like,
You got a sash.
Yeah.
It looks like a third world dictator going to fucking invade Cuba.
I call this necklace my Charlie Sheen because I stay winning.
Dude.
He needs to Universal Soldier that shit and just have fingers on a necklace and just put a ring on each one.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But it's
Some
some
of
of
my
my favorite
glove-
videos though, where when they show these legends, right?
Yeah.
Whatever sport, NBA or NFL or whatever, and they'll show these legends and they ask them to put all their rings on. But now they've gotten older
Oh yeah.
and their joints and shit are all swollen out, so all their rings stop at like the first knuckle, and they're just like, and I'm like, don't do
They're
that.
all rheumatoided out. and shit.
I'm like, don't
It's
do that, man. Get them like a ring display or like a tray or something. Let them
Yeah.
hold it up. Don't make them fucking show their fucking baseball glove of a hand now. Like,
Telling
yeah.
show some fucking respect. Unlike Bird, who was just, I still to this day will say that Larry Bird is the most disrespectful player that has ever played in the NBA.
Yeah.
I did not know that until recently.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
dude.
that he was,
Yeah, that he was a jackass.
yeah.
But nobody wanted any. Nobody wanted that smoke.
Yeah.
This motherfucker was so good. He was dominating at one point and just said, fuck it, nothing but left hand, and still put up 48.
Yeah.
Only using his left. Like,
Holy
bro
shit.
was disrespectful.
Yes.
But like, and I don't mean like, not only did
And he would rub it in their face
not
every
only
time
did
he'd hit one.
Not only did he talk shit like all the goddamn time. He was doing an interview one time and they were like, why do you do this? He's like, well, I feel like if I come from here, I've just got more control over the ball. Whereas if I take it behind my line of sight, I'm just kind of flinging it. So he shot it that way and still drained it. And he was like, but sometimes you just can't miss. It's just like, God damn.
Yeah.
He just
Disrespectful.
he didn't play with Jordan, right? He was on the
No, he played
He
against.
played early Jordan.
He played
Yeah.
early Jordan.
but
Sure.
not on the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
team.
No, he
No,
never
no.
left Boston.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he
He was
was-
a
he was
Celtics
a Celtics
guy.
the whole
That's
time.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole fucking time.
Him and Jordan must have had some interesting games.
Him and
that-
Magic.
Him and Magic.
Him
went
and Magic.
at it
That
a
was the
lot.
fucking. That was like the Israelis versus Palestinians. That was
They hated
Yankees. That
each
was
other.
Yankees Red Sox.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was huge in the late '80s,
Oh.
bro. Magic versus Bird, bro. They made fucking like there's like probably like 3 or 4 documentaries
Documentaries
about
about that rivalry.
I
Yeah.
need to see those because
Oh, dude.
I think they
Boston.
mentioned-
Watch the 30 for 30 on it.
So-
I think it's called Magic versus Bird.
Boston
Fucking
and
dope.
Boston and LA fucking hated each other for a long time.
Really?
Yeah,
Long
still,
time.
Well, it was the
They're
East
still
Coast,
not
West
big
Coast
fans.
They're still
rivalries.
not huge fans of each other. I mean,
Fair.
but that's big West Coast versus big East Coast.
That's true.
Like,
And that was in that era too, where like rap was in the big like East Coast versus West Coast
no,
too,
that's
right?
mid '90s.
No.
Oh,
This was
my
just they just don't
This
like
is-
each other.
This is
Oh.
before Tupac fucking popped his first boner,
But-
dude. Shit.
Yes. So, but at this
Yeah.
point, Bird was a veteran by the time Jordan came in.
Yeah.
So there's stories about like Bird and stuff, like fucking stuffing Jordan and just being like, "Welcome to the game," and just talking. But
However, there's also much respect because
Yes.
Jordan came back and fucking stuffed Bird a few times. And
Yeah.
there's interviews of Larry Bird talking about
and
Jordan.
now
He goes, that when that kid showed up, it was a different
it changed,
fucking game.
but literally said it changed the game.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
that's the big argument on why Jordan is the GOAT, is that yes, there's guys now that whatever, they've broken some of his records and stuff like that. But the real analysts and the players that are now analysts and broadcasters and stuff are like, the NBA now
It's
is
not the same.
not
Yeah.
what it was
No.
in that era.
no,
Yeah.
dude, it was the fucking Thunderdome back then, man.
Dude, it was-
fucking
it was
wild.
There
just
was
a
still fucking
different
elbows
animal.
in the key and the whole 9 yards. up
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Well, and just
the
look
shorter
at-
the
yeah.
shorts, the fucking better the game, brother.
But go look at the names.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we got 2 or 3 superstars right now. Go
Yeah.
look at the names from.
Look at the
Uh,
92 Bulls.
Look at the names from.
Look at that. You got
So Jordan entered the
Olajuwon,
league.
Bird.
Yep,
Jordan entered the league in
Uh,
86, 87,
right around then.
86,
Right.
87.
Yeah, late 80s.
I think it was 86, 87. He entered the league. Look at the names.
84.
84. Look at the names. We don't
Like
need to pull it
Dr.
up.
J.
But look it up from
Like fucking-
84 to like 97. And look at
Well, remember the Dream Team?
the 96 Olympics.
Like the real Dream Team. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the unofficial, but you look
Like-
at that list and just go, there's not a player on there that if you don't have their rookie card, you couldn't go buy a car.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, and it was fucking. It wasn't even.
and
fair.
it was a joke.
It
It
was
was
a-
like watching the Globetrotters play. Like, it was just
Yeah.
like, y'all don't stand a fucking chance.
dude.
It was like they
ama-
told
'cause
other countries what basketball
'cause
was
it
on
was-
a postcard and made
it
them
was-
show up and play.
It was Jordan, Pippen, Horace Grant was there. It was basically the fucking Bulls. It was
No, because Hakeem was there from Houston.
Hakeem
Yeah.
was there. Patrick Ewing was on that squad. Sir Charles. Oh, Charles Barkley was on that squad.
Utah Jazz.
Patrick Ewing. No,
No,
he's
no, no,
Denver.
no, no. Utah Jazz.
Hmm.
Carl
Karl
Malone.
Malone.
Hmm.
Patrick
The postman
Ewing,
was there.
Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, Pippen and
I said-
Jordan were there
I said Pippen.
because,
I'm looking for a list of it.
as always,
Just
Jordan
type in the
doesn't.
Dream Team. It'll
Jordan
pop
doesn't.
up.
Jordan doesn't get a championship unless Pippen's around.
It's fucking facts, man. It's facts.
Look,
Here we go.
Jordan's the GOAT.
The Last Dance fucking
But-
talks about it,
He was the GOAT, but he doesn't win without Pippen.
dude.
And honestly, he's not as good without Rodman.
Dude, well, Rodman was his fucking bulldog, bro. Like,
Rodman was everybody's bulldog.
yeah, dude, like, that was
Dude,
it. But
but
you
he
want
is
to talk about
psychotic.
you want to talk about knowing your fucking role on the court, though.
Here you go. Fuck. Hate
Rodman
me.
knew his job. dude.
His job was to be hated.
Yeah, so here's the list from the 96 roster.
Yeah.
You had Charles Barkley,
Yep.
Anthony Hardaway,
Yes,
Grant
that's-
Hill, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille
Miller.
O'Neal,
Shaq was there. yeah.
Scottie Pippen, Mitch Richmond, John Stockton, Dave Robinson.
Stockton was good.
You
too.
know,
John Stockton's
these,
Utah Jazz.
these fucking like
Damn.
these guys were giants
Like-
of the industry before.
These are all the
anything
ones
came
that
around.
every superstar you go interview
Yeah.
now, and you go, who did you like? Who's your? It's one of those guys.
Yeah.
Which tell me the names of the posters on your fucking wall when you were growing up, and it's
Yeah.
every single one of these guys.
LeBron
Damn.
probably had that fucking poster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had
Like,
that poster.
Dude, I had the hat. I had the
Yeah.
Jordan number 9 hat.
I had that poster. It was a horizontal poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a court in the foreground, and it's all blacked out, and they're in the red, white, and blue, and then they and the one ball in the front that says USA.
Yep.
I had that poster on my wall. It was right next to
That's
my
dope.
Nolan Express,
Yeah.
my Ryan Express poster that
Hell
I'm
yeah,
right next
dude.
to that.
Yeah.
But like, I remember, I forgot what I was talking about.
I don't know, but you know
The
what?
You have a
championship
Jordan
hat.
number 9 hat.
Oh yeah, my grandma washed it.
Oh,
I was fucking furious, man. But it's your
Granny,
grandma.
no. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You
Break
know what I
a
mean?
hip.
Right? Dude, my grandma was a fucking gangster, dude.
Hey, Mikey, why don't you introduce the show now that we're half an hour in?
Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody, to the Freedom Friends podcast.
Yay,
Brought to you by
sports ball.
warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. Screw yourself that sweet 15% off. Oh, wellness.us. All those CBD treats and needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That'll get you a quarter off your order. Go to IC Tech Coolers at ictech.com for those who get it. Use that code FreedomFriends10. Get you 10% off. And check out our affiliate link with grillyourassoff.com/FreedomFriends podcast. Okay.
Now back to sports ball.
So instead of Sports Center, welcome to Mediocre Middle.
Yeah. Still no John and Scott. They're still down in South America doing South American things. We got Dave with us, though.
Hola.
Hanging out. And I'm Mikey. That's Jazz. We are the Freedom Friends. A mediocre show talking about mediocre shit, man. That's what we do.
Except for right now, which we're talking about when sports were better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think there
And
will?
everybody stood for the national anthem because if you don't like America, you can get out. No.
I don't know. I'm really torn on that shit, man. Because it's like, look, I don't agree with you. I don't. I also live in a country where I don't have to.
You're talking about the anthem protests?
And I don't have a problem if you're just a pro. The only time it bugs me is that if you're wearing my country on your jersey.
Yeah, that's a
It's
fucking
like-
problem.
it's
That's
like-
a problem.
Wait,
Like, we
went-
all fuck off at our job.
You went to go play for Team USA and don't
What
want
job?
Right.
to. And don't. The cool thing is that he gets paid for not having a job because he did the job long enough.
Yep.
So.
Smiles in retirement.
I tried to hire him today. That's fucking fast.
Jazz offered me a gig.
I was like, I don't need you a lot.
I was like, maybe once in a while. I don't know. Maybe.
Just school time shit. You don't even need to like
Yeah.
just midday shit.
Yeah, right.
No, I don't have it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. But if you're just a pro and you play for fucking whatever, Pelicans, I don't agree with you.
Is that a WNBA team?
That might as well be. Maybe one player on the Pelicans.
Throw a neck.
But I remember when they announced the expansion team, and I was like, "The what?
Like, really? You went with that?
Yeah.
All right.
You mean the dumbass bird that like runs into the dock half the time?" Like, okay.
Yeah.
Out of everything that they could have put from that area of the country, the Pelicans.
I mean,
Hit me with Crawdaddy. I'd have been happy.
well,
Like,
where the fuck? How does Utah have jazz? Isn't that more of a NOLA thing, man?
that would have made more sense,
Right.
man.
like, why does
I'd have bought the Utah Pelicans.
right? Like,
The
yeah.
New Orleans Jazz and the Utah Pelicans. I'd have been like,
That already sounds better.
right?
Like
Yeah.
just those words together
Or you
sound better. Yeah.
The New
Like-
Orleans Jazz, I could have been down, and then you missed the opportunity, man. We could have had the Utah Fundamentalists.
Yeah. Or just,
The Utah Mormons.
you could have just been salty. Fucking Salt Lake, man. Do some
Yeah.
salty shit. I don't know. Something.
So,
My
anyways,
point is,
I
do
do
some
like the
shit.
I do like the Raptors though. Like that's a
That's
fucking-
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That was
But,
a cool one. Like, I remember when the Panthers came out, when the Carolina Panthers became a thing.
Yeah,
when that
the
was an expansion team. And I was like, because it was the Panthers and the Jaguars. And like
No, it was the Panthers and the Raptors launched at the same time.
that was Jags.
And now the Raptors are Canadian, which I fucking hate.
I do hate that.
It made sense in their original location because that's where they found the Velociraptor. That's why they got the name.
Oh,
Like,
really?
That's where the name came from.
I just thought it was awesome.
The first time they
never
found
knew.
the Velociraptor skeleton. That's where they found, and that's why the team got the name. That's the where we found the Raptors.
That's interesting.
So that's why they're a dinosaur.
This is the worst episode of fucking Sports Center ever.
Like I said, the
Because all of
mediocre,
us are like, maybe? Fuck, I don't
mediocre-
remember.
I'm making this up. So no, that's why but then they got moved to fucking Canada.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo, Canada.
Now they're like their only fan
Boo.
is like Drake.
Oh, I watched I've been watching a show on HBO. And it's presented by People magazine. It's like a documentary series, but it's about psychopaths, mostly killers and shit. But there was I needed a break from the psychopaths, so there was I go to like you may also like, and it's like cults, and I'm like, yeah, let's learn about some cults. So I'm watching this, and I guess there was some Canadian cult that It's one of these weird fucking polygamist cults. Like I've noticed a pattern though. Every cult on that show revolves around like
some dude wants to fuck everybody.
and
now he needs to make it religion so that he can fuck everyone.
Yeah, it's always some dude thinking with his dick, and most of the time, grossly young girls. You know what I mean? Like 12 years old and shit.
Yep.
You're my next wife. Fuck you, man. You're fucking weird guy. Like,
no, you're a pedophile.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, that's all it is. You're a fucking pedo. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, you're just a pedophile.
That's weird.
Well, did you ever watch Going Clear?
Yes.
And that whole thing where it turns into there's like that fucking camp.
Yeah.
Where you just disappear for a while, but it turns out that like you just become a fucking sex slave for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fucking
but then
Scientology.
You look at the dude that founded that bought cruise ships and put nothing but like 14-year-old girls on it to work it.
Yeah.
You were part of the sea cadets?
Something like that.
Fucking.
Yeah, it was something like that.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I'm like, so you're evangelizing to
fucking L. Ron Hubbard and his Xenu fucking kink.
Dude wrote sci-fi.
Yeah, literally.
He was a sci-fi Pulp Fiction writer and is quoted to say, if you want to make real money, start a religion.
Yep. He wasn't wrong.
They're
fucking loaded.
Dude died loaded.
Yeah.
But first time I read Battlefield Earth, it took me about a month and a half. Second time I read it in about a week and a half. Because I could skip about 7 pages of description on how the wind ruffled
right.
Johnny's hair.
It also explains why, if you look at the cast of when they made that movie, every single one of them is a Scientologist.
Yeah.
Imagine that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, so Battlefield Earth,
Uh-huh.
who's the big name in it?
Travolta.
Well,
John Travolta.
yeah.
What religion is John Travolta a part of?
He's super fucking I think he left recently. Maybe not, though. I could be completely wrong on that. But yeah. Like a well-known Scientologist.
The whole fucking thing is all Scientology.
Tom, come out of the closet. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Still one of the best South Park episodes ever made.
His best role ever was fucking Welcome Back, Kotter.
Kotter. Welcome back, Kotter. Oh, man.
This all started because I was doing an F1 update to Mikey. Show.
So, just finished Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was your guys' Labor Day?
Hung out with dogs.
You did, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Dave watched my dogs for me.
Yeah.
He did.
It wasn't bad. Saw some friends. Got some upsetting news.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, a Korean friend of mine passed.
Like from Korea?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I was a little upset. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
He was so young.
Oh, goddamn you, Jazz.
The second he said he got some upsetting news, I was like,
I love it. I love that. That's a good one. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. You sold that. That's well done.
There you go, bud. That's
well done.
I was waiting for the opportunity.
Yeah. You I could tell you had that one in the
bag. It was
banked. Yeah, had it banked.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I was waiting.
Nicely done.
I was waiting.
Nicely done. Clip it. You know they want it. Fuck. Jazz and his fucking dad jokes.
Target of opportunity.
That was a good one. That was all right. Not mad at him for that. You redeemed yourself from the last week's one.
Yeah. Well, they can't.
They can't all be bangers. We said it last week. Yeah. That was fucking solid. So, anyways, how was your weekend?
It was good, man. I
actually
went on several bike rides and then literally spent a bunch of my time fucking playing Starfield.
I don't know. I'm unfamiliar.
It's Bethesda's new title. So the same people that made like Skyrim and all the Fallout titles and all that kind of stuff, they've released a new game called Starfield.
Yeah.
And I've been following it for a while. It's been 7 years in production. And I'm not going to lie, it lives up to the hype. It's pretty fucking phenomenal.
If I took 7 years to build something, it better be fucking good, man.
Yeah, it's thoroughly enjoyable. Biggest thing I like about it is that it doesn't play online. Like it's a single player, just...
Oh, I like that.
I just get to play it. And
just the story.
Yeah, you just play the story. There's a bunch of side quests. There's over 1,000 planets. Like it's
nice.
That sounds kind of cool.
It's great.
What platform?
It's Xbox and PC.
Okay.
Microsoft bought Bethesda several years ago. So, but you have to be on a new Xbox. Like it has to be the Series S or Series X. It's got to be a next gen one.
So like a one won't work. Like an Xbox One. Or...
No. It's got to be the new stuff.
What do you mean I can't use my Xbox 360?
Yeah, it's got to be the new stuff. I mean, it's huge. I think just the base file I think is 120 gigs.
Oh, so you need like terabytes of storage.
Nah,
type of shit.
well, you need 120 gigs.
Well, yeah. But
So you can go buy the $300 Series S. And you can play it on that.
nice.
It's so
Interesting.
It's been really cool to see ever since Call of Duty pulled their fuck shit and everybody dropped Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That a lot of these games like Starfield and like the single player games, because for a while everybody was just like, we got to make a battle royale. That's all anybody wants. We just got to do a battle royale. And now people are like, here's an actual like storyline. Like if you want to play a movie, we have this game, and people are like, oh fuck yeah,
that's Bethesda. And what I love is that it's the internet, so everybody's gonna shit on it, right? Because the internet.
Well, yeah.
So
Well, it's because it doesn't have online play.
No,
it doesn't
it's
give
actually
12-year-olds the
that's
chance
not what
to
it
call you
is.
the N-word.
It's everybody's shitting on it because it's it's Bethesda, so it's going to be buggy and it's going to. I'm like, so you're telling me that the development team didn't find everything that was wrong with the code in comparison to when 20 million people start playing it? Yeah, I'm going to go with the test group's probably a little bit bigger. This is also the same company that all of you people have bought Skyrim from 17 times now.
Yeah.
Because they've re-released Skyrim.
about that actual number.
I'm not exaggerating that
No.
much. I think it's actually like 10
Which
versions of Skyrim.
Skyrim is a fucking kick-ass game.
It is.
Not I'm gonna buy it 17 times.
No.
Kick-ass game though.
But it's because it was the original, and then there's the ultimate, and then there's the remaster, and then there's the this, and then that. Like they've sold that game like 9 times.
Yeah.
And
just reskinned it.
and then this is also the same company that made all of the Fallout stuff.
Yeah.
So Fallout 4 will go down as one of the greatest games ever made. This thing unseats it though. It is just that good. It is absolutely phenomenal. The interaction,
awesome.
the sense of ownership that you have and how you're impacting things. I went on some side mission and now I have an outfit in a ship and I'm fucking Batman. So like there's this storyline that this character called the Mantis has been fucking with the criminal underworld for like over a century, but it's one of these situations where like they find the right person and they pass it on, so the mantle keeps moving, but
Yeah.
the Mantis is always around.
Yeah.
So you go on this side quest and you get in this suit and this ship.
Gray Pirate Roberts.
Yeah.
Dread Pirate.
The Dread Pirate. Right?
Dread Pirate.
Dread Pirate Roberts.
But I know, and everybody was like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I got the ship and stuff and jumped into, so you have a grav drive so you can light speed jump from one planet to another. So you don't have to like actually fly from a planet to a planet. It just does a cutscene and then you're there. I jumped in and there's other ships that you have to fight because there's dog fighting as well as the running around planets and building shit and all that kind of stuff. So I jump in and your comm unit starts kicking on and all these people are like, oh my God, it's the Mantis. I didn't know it was real. And so you're fucking Batman. Everybody's just scared of this character that you get to become. And
That's
I was
awesome.
like, yeah. So I'm
Some salty guys like, you picked a hell of a night to quit drinking.
Yeah. But my wife and I spent like all weekend fucking playing it. It was great.
That's cool.
So-
Fucking A. Dave, how are my pooches?
Good. Fucking love Tess.
Yeah, Tessie's the best.
Tank's
She's
a,
a sweetheart.
Tank's a giant great dork, and
Fucking unit,
Coco's a fucking pillow with legs.
Yes.
So
This is all accurate statements about my animals.
yes,
Yeah.
Coco is a snorting ball of bubblegum.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Jazz FaceTimed me earlier and she came up to me and was giving me her fucking skibbity paps for fucking attention.
Yep.
And I pointed the phone and he was like, she is so fucking ugly, but I want to smush her face. And I'm like, yep.
it's already been done.
I'm like, that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Well, Dave earlier was like, he's like, the funniest thing about her losing all the weight, because she was a fucking tater tot when I got her. She was fat. You guys
Oh,
saw
God.
her. Like I brought her in. And she was a fucking fat dog, man. Like,
Well, she was mashed potatoes.
yeah,
Now she's a tater tot.
yeah, yeah. Fucking, which is the superior choice in potato, anyways. But now she's got like extra skin because she lost so much weight. And
Yeah,
like,
but now she's so beautiful when you look at her. The problem is you can't get lost in her eyes. You just get lost in her folds.
Yeah.
Because it's just.
dude, they get nasty too, man. I gotta
Yeah.
clean them wrinkle wipes. I got wrinkle wipes that I fucking gotta clean all the time. Get in there. So her shit's thick, dude. It's like like I can put my
Yeah.
finger in her face, like up to my fucking knuckle.
Like
Just
two
like,
knuckle.
like a 2-knuckler. Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't give a fuck what Wayne says. This is a knuckle.
Yeah.
It is. All right. If I can knock on things with that knuckle, it's a knuckle.
He says it's not a knuckle because you can't punch somebody with it. And I was like,
You can totally hit somebody with that knuckle.
you could hit somebody with it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because the palms for love and the knuckles are for discipline.
right. Agreed.
We made my wife and I made the chick at fucking Ulta really uncomfortable. She was laughing with us, but I could tell she was trying to figure out whether or not she should like get on her radio and tell the fucking manager to call the cops. Because my wife was looking for some new contour stick, and they pulled all these colors and they kept putting it on her cheek, and I was like, "That's way too dark." And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "It looks like I asked for lunch and you weren't fast enough."
That's fucking funny. And I know Caitlin laughed her fucking ass off at that. Yeah.
And then, so the chick like did another color on the other side, and I was like, "Great! Now it looks like I had to ask you twice."
Fuck. That's funny. That's funny.
And of course, the chick working at Ulta was like,
Like
14 or some shit. I was
Domestic
like,
violence jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We here at the Freedom Friends do not condone domestic violence. This is purely comedic factor. Thank you. Anyways,
hurry up with that sandwich.
now hurry up with your fucking go do my laundry. What the fuck? Man. So Coco's still fat.
Yep.
Tank was Tank trying to eat his cage.
No, actually, he yelled at me when I came in the door because I didn't let him out first, because I would let Coco out first.
Sure. Well, it's feng shui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I always feed him last and it pisses him off.
Oh no, everybody got fed at the same time, which is hilarious because I swear to God, like I let him in and I didn't close the cage or close the gate on the crate quite far enough.
Yeah.
And he hit the door so hard it knocked it out of my hands, and the glass hit the fucking thing. I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
I believe it. No,
I'm
he's
gonna break.
maniac.
I'm gonna break the fucking door. So
It's plastic.
The window is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
smart.
that part is because I have like those weird
Oh, you got the slide
internal
shutters.
blinds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And but no, they're good dogs.
They
Good
are.
dogs.
Yeah, they're good dogs.
So
Tessie's the sweet princess that she is, though.
oh yeah.
She can
Oh,
do no
yeah.
wrong.
Nope.
I'm
she
convinced.
was super stoked to happy and see me, and she would yell at me a little bit when I was pulling up and parking and getting ready to come inside.
Yeah.
And then the minute she figured out who it was, she would always come up and say hi.
You were just as close to this as I am.
So, but yeah. No, they're not. Didn't do a whole lot. Went and tried to play Bob the Necromancer at the range Monday, excuse me. This 3-day weekend threw me off because shooting's a perishable skill, folks. If
Yes,
you
sir.
don't know,
Yes, it is.
and I haven't shot in a while, and I had to bring that shit back from the grave.
There you go.
So,
So how'd you do?
I was pretty much just zeroing a couple of optics on some pistols. So I think I had it out at about 10 yards. They were pretty much all still in the A zone, so good enough for government work.
Yeah.
Found out that did not like the new Springfield that I got.
Could you pass me that red breast?
As soon as I fill my glass with it. Glug, 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 glug. Hey, buddy.
So,
Yeah, I was wondering why you sent me that Snapchat. You're like, just not for me. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a nice pistol.
it is.
What
It's-
is it, XD9? Or
No,
what is it?
no, that's a Springfield Prodigy, 2011.
Oh, nice.
Those
Yeah.
are big money.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, not really. That one's not. That one's kind of like the entry level 2011 now. That's what Springfield brought in to
I know the Prodigy I was looking at was like $1,400.
well, yeah, but in the 2011 world, that's still cheap.
true.
So, because the next step after a Prodigy is a Staccato, and you're looking at $2,000 to start. So,
That's the base.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I don't think they're worth it.
I
I
I
have-
could agree with that.
I have fired quite a few of them, and
I mean, they're nice, but I don't.
you're
think
paying because STI is small.
yeah, like
They don't have the volume to get the price down.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're worth it.
I mean, I think they're nice. It's just I don't think they're that fucking nice. Like I believe for me. I mean, because shooting it's so much about preference on the individual shooter, right? So like there's such a it's all subjective, you know, and I don't know. Like,
you know, it's like I got the EAA and the 9mm 1911, and I shoot that fine, and that thing feels fucking marvelous in the hands. I mean, easy point, you know, natural point aim is right where it needs to be.
My favorite pistol to shoot is my SIG 1911 Desert Scorpion.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love that thing. Like it's and I would never use it as a carry gun. I would never like, I mean, it serves very little purpose aside from going to the range. You know what I mean? Because it's a 45.
I've got 4 Springfield pistols and I love them all.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, everybody I know that has ever shot Springfield, there's only 2 camps.
Yeah.
You're either like me and you own a bunch of them, or they go like, not my gun.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody be like, they're fucking awful.
No,
They just go, this isn't my gun.
I have 2. I have 2. I have
Either,
a 1911 that's really great. It was my
you're either
first
like me and you're a
1911.
big fan.
Yeah.
Or people like you just said, you're like, it's not my gun.
Well, then
I
have the XD9 Mod 2.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I love my
Croatian.
I love my XD-M.
Yeah.
My M's a lot of fun. I don't have the new M, the M TAC or whatever they called it, which is the M with
rail. It's got like a rail on
Mine
it.
has a rail. No, it's just the frame just has a whole lot more fucking little angular cuts all over it. And it was like, I hate to tell you this, but it being pointy doesn't make it tactical. Like it's
if it doesn't look like the Batmobile, Jazz, it's not worth it.
Oh, okay. It's the tactical model. Bro, up until like 2 years ago, everybody carried an M9.
Dude, I've done more fucking operator shit than your average fucking Joe, and a lot of times I wore a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
I was just talking about it with a guy today that we were both talking. He was at my store. He's a retired Navy guy and did legitimate high-speed shit. And he wasn't a SEAL for anybody freaks out. There's other high-speed guys in that department. Legitimate high-speed shit. We were talking about that. And because I'd put on because I have all those TVs in the bar.
Yeah.
And when I'm there, I run movies in the bar because I like movies.
Sure.
And so I was running the Blade Trinity,
Nice.
like the Blade trilogy in the bar.
Hell yes.
And I was like, I love how fucking campy these are. And some guy was like, why don't you watch, like you served, why don't you watch any like the war movies and stuff like that? And I was like, because they're all wrong.
Right. I end up critiquing
and I was like,
everything.
I can't watch the movie because they're all fucking wrong. And because all these movies are all about these high speed guys. And I was like, you don't get to do any of that. Like all the shit that's in this movie, it just looks good on film. Nobody does this shit.
Yeah.
Like as high speed as they are, I guarantee you they spent 90% of their time in fucking briefings, but that makes for a horrible fucking movie.
Like there's never been a Navy EOD guy that wingsuited through the fucking streets of a fucking city, man.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, Godzilla, but that's not real.
And you want to show the highest speed motherfuckers on the planet. You can't bring in one E4 that knows what the uniform's supposed to look like. Like fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But they're not worried about the less than 1% that buy tickets. They're worried about the civilians that buy tickets and live vicariously through other people's high speed stories.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was going to join, but those guys.
Yeah. So, but we were talking about that shit, and I was like, so I watch shit like this, like Blade, where he's got a Bic lighter with a light on it that can apparently immolate an entire body. Like,
right.
Because I'm like,
That's
I
fun.
know that shit doesn't exist. And so, but when I see these fucking, the only one I will give an exception to is the new A-Team movie. Because that is just so bad it's good.
Yeah, that's why it's awesome.
But like,
But I think that's what they were going for, though.
but that CID force that shows up and the ACUs that have the collars folded up with the Velcro done across and shit. And I was like, that's the only uniform I was ever issued. And that's supposed to be for when you're wearing body armor. You're supposed to be able to pop that collar to keep the body armor from fucking with you. Heaven fucking help you.
Oh, you're done.
If some fucking senior NCO saw you walking around with your collar popped and strapped, holy fuck.
Dude.
Like it was over.
We had a thing. It was always just fix your collar, Elvis.
Yep.
Fucking fix your collar, bitch. Put that shit down. You'd see dudes going to like the gas chamber and they'd fucking button the top one.
Trying to do their skin.
And I'd be
trying to
like,
protect their skin.
fuck you, lose your skivvy shirt. I'd be like, you want to be an asshole? Let's go.
Oh, you buttoned up? Time to de-blouse.
Yeah,
It was
right?
fucking damn.
Yeah.
By the way, all you people out there that That high speed thing that you guys want to go buy from Army Surplus so that you can go out and be fucking. That's called a blouse.
Yeah.
It's a blouse.
Yeah, it's a blouse.
Like your shirt's a blouse and you blouse your boots.
Unless you're high speed.
Unless you're high speed, in which
Those
case
guys don't
apparently you
blouse
can
their
just wear it like it's sneakers.
Or you're in Heat Cat 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I always
the
loved
Marines
that
do not give
solution.
a fuck.
It's 100 and fuck. All right, untuck your pants.
It's
Yeah.
so real.
What?
Yeah.
Unroll your sleeves. Thank you.
You roll your sleeves. Well, we never got that option because when they changed the Army uniform, they weren't rollable.
Yeah.
So it's just like that uniform was the.
But if I roll my sleeves, I can't use my pen pocket.
Yep. 100%. Well, plus the shoulder pocket,
Well, the Marines have that.
the
We still roll our
bicep
shit.
pocket or whatever.
Yeah, we roll it.
Yeah, but ours came like halfway down your fucking forearm.
Oh, you can't use it.
And so best day of my life was when I got stripes and I could unvelcro and tuck the cuff back
Mm.
and left my sleeve like loose, but it still stopped at the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And only time I ever got called on it was actually some high-speed E4 that decided he wanted to be like, hey, hero, I don't think your sleeves are supposed to be like that. And I turned around and had sergeant stripes on. I was like, I'm going to let you go ahead and repeat that slowly. He was like, have a good day, sergeant. And turned around, I was like, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah. I know we don't tell more war stories, but
That wasn't a war story.
I do have one. It happened during war, but it's not a war story.
We tell it all the time.
But like we were well, it was OF1 and it was fucking hot. And it was it was when we first got to like lose mop gear, right? When we finally got to take mop gear off.
Oh, when it turns out that Iraq actually wasn't just one big mustard gas bubble.
Right. Yeah.
It was like, really? What was your clue? Is it the dude that's just walking around
His
like, in
fucking
his-
flip flops.
in his flip flops and t-shirt? Was that the clue that maybe
Like-
there wasn't an NBC problem?
What the fuck, guys? Like, yeah. So, but we were clearing houses and we had, we're just in boots and utes, right? So like long, like our trousers, our boots, you know, and we took our flak jackets on like our regular t-shirts,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Without the blouse on. And some first sergeant comes over and starts fucking ripping into us about being out of uniform and shit. And I remember my gunny was like, hey, first sergeant, you got a minute? And and this dude is Juan Anorga. Shout out, homie. You're still a fucking real one. But he's a fucking jacked fucking. He was on the drill field forever, and he was like the fucking swim instructor at MCRD for like most of the time. He was
So
the
his
drill
lats
instructor.
just look like wings.
Dude, he's got sharks tattooed on him, and they
Yeah.
fucking wrap around like he's a fucking monster, right? But he's real soft spoken, not a
Lats
dickhead.
so big you can't put your arms down.
Yeah, but real soft spoken, not a dick. And he's like, "Hey, first sergeant, you got a second? Let me talk to you real quick." And he pulls around, and I hear the drill instructor click on and just fucking dress this first sergeant the fuck down. And he's like, "I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but if you come," because we weren't even his Marines. You know what I mean? He was like, "You come by my fucking Marines while they're working again, I swear to fucking God, the next body we fucking see will be yours." And he's just going off on him and shit. And we're all like, "Oh fuck, fucking get it."
Was it a Marine first sergeant?
Yeah. Yeah. And granted, and the first sergeant fucking bucked up and went back in his face and was like, "Lock your fucking body." And fucking Gunny was like, "You got it, whatever." You know what I mean? And all this and shit. And they're going back and forth and back and forth. And then finally, like a fucking fight kicks off and like bullets start shooting and the fucking first sergeant hits the deck and Gunny's like coordinating and doing his job. And he's like, "Yeah, that's what I thought. Must have been an air winger," and like ran away or something. Like, he was like,
I don't know what
fuck.
it is, man. It's something about E7 and above. And that fucking quote, they're like, "Go ahead, report me. It takes act of Congress to take my rank." And I'm like,
It's E6 in the Marines, bro.
well, that's because your attrition rate is fucking
Yep.
atrocious.
So when I picked up staff sergeant, I was like, "Well, you know,
Yeah.
they fucked up now."
I don't know what it is about that status though, but all of a sudden they just turn into like admin only. Fuck mission expedient. It's like, what the fuck, man?
That was always my favorite thing to witness, though, watching someone of a lower rank just completely check someone that was a higher
Yep.
rank than them.
Yep.
Oh, it was like, all right, this has clearly gone to your head, so I'm going to bring you back down to earth real quick.
And it's almost always somebody that's on like operational status versus somebody that's at strategic level.
Yeah.
And it's just like, look, don't you have a fucking PowerPoint to get to? Like, there's
I tried to check my SARMS course instructor. It turned out very badly for me. He respected me in the end, but it took a minute to get there.
I had one of my old E4s check an E5 or no, an E6 because he was yelling at him for having his beanie on in the chow hall. And it was like fucking 30 degrees out or something. And per fucking AR 670 - what the fuck ever, you're not supposed to wear headgear in a closed space. And he was like, I think he got called on it, and he was like, "You're right. Someone might die if I'm wearing this." And he was just like, "You want to repeat that?" And he goes, "No, I said that pretty loud. I think you heard me." And I was like, "Fucking get him, bud." Like,
Were you in garrison or you were in the field?
I was out at this time. He was just one of my Joes, and it was like a year after I got out.
I mean, if you're
Was
gonna,
he in garrison or was he in the field?
Oh, in the field.
if
Did he
you're-
have his weapon on him?
No.
Oh.
No.
Because
I mean,
that's the loophole.
if
Is that
you're-
really?
If,
If
you're
you
gonna
have
get it,
if you have your weapon on you,
Oh shit.
it means
if you-
you're undercover.
that means
Yep.
if you have your weapon on you, you can keep your headgear on.
Oh fuck.
That's why. Well, you've been on military base and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The MPs that walk around and they walk in a building and they leave their cover on.
They have a duty belt on.
They have that duty belt that's got a pistol on it,
Oh fuck.
and because they have a weapon on them,
I did not know that.
Like-
you stay undercover.
Marines can do it. Like that's why drill instructors wear their cover inside.
Mhm.
You know, they wear the hat inside because they have a duty belt on. That fucking belt. That's their duty belt.
Ah.
Yeah.
signifies
So that's how
the
even
duty.
when you went to basic, if you ever noticed the round never came off when they came inside,
Yeah. Fucking
that
A.
belt. So, well, I think drill instructors have a.
I think
I think
Well,
they
it's
have
the, it's the
it's a
same for
different
like
policy.
when we
Yeah.
do CQ duty. When we're like on barracks duty, we wear a fucking duty belt. Cover stays on.
cover stays on. It's
Huh.
the duty belt represents being under arm, so
Yeah.
you have to. So yeah, you don't take your fucking headgear off when you have weapons.
I just thought it was because it was like one of the field tents
No,
for
the
the fucking
dumbest
chow hall.
rule, and
That
I
was
never
just dumb.
fucking followed it, was that you couldn't drive military equipment without a fucking Kevlar on. And I was like, you can eat a dick. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, right.
Like,
That's why
No.
every motor T guy I've ever seen, and I mean ever, wears his hat like this, just cruising.
Yeah.
Like that's what he does, man.
yep,
Like,
it's a yarmulke with a bill.
exactly.
But
Just-
I would get in and start it like every time we had to move it in not in theater, but like back home. Every time you had to move a vehicle, I'd walk out there with my helmet, I'd put it on, I'd start it, and as soon as that thing was under motion, I fucking just took it off. I was like, well, you're not going to stop me to call me on it. So
Yeah, right.
everything's got a loophole.
100%.
No. The whole fucking
I hate to tell you this, but I don't need to have a ballistic helmet on cruising down the fucking highway.
well,
I don't think I'm taking contact.
but you
on
better have
I-10.
your goddamn reflective belt on because that saves lives.
I don't know what.
Just stops the bullets.
I didn't know PT belts could stop cars.
Do they do that in the Air Force? Were they big on PT belts?
They had them.
Yeah,
But
I didn't know the Air Force did PT.
Sometimes.
not really.
They
All right,
walk-
give me one.
They
No,
gotta-
we'll try again tomorrow.
They gotta walk to the treadmill. Shit. Fuck.
PT is just getting to the chow hall.
I love how like we love to shit on the Air Force, right? Army and Marines do. We really do. That's all it is. It's just us being haters. That's all it is. Like
Now that I'm out, looking back on it, like honestly, because it dawned on me that I've been out over a decade.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I'm like, I joined the wrong branch.
dude. Well, fucking, and it's a testament. Every time anybody has ever talked to us about joining the military,
All of us are like, join the Air Force.
all of us are always straight like Air Force.
It
Go to
also
the fucking
goes
Air
to show
Force.
why it's so
It pays
fucking,
the same.
It also shows why it's so fucking hard to get in.
Yeah,
Because Caitlin was going to commission. She wanted to commission. Was
Haley
talking
was
to the
thinking
Air
about
Force.
it too.
And they were like, maybe we'll call you. I'm like, this is a master's degree and speaks a foreign language that is spoken in one of the hot theaters that we deal with right now. And they were like, maybe.
Yeah,
And it was like,
yeah. Like I don't know. Like fucking Haley was thinking about it, and then she was like, "This is the wrong administration to want to work for."
That's a valid
I was
statement.
like, "Yeah,
It's fair.
yeah."
No, the going back to the PT belts, they got a buddy of mine that listens to the show
Yep.
and supports Warfighter Tobacco consistently and has been a friend of mine for years. But he kind of his claim to fame is that he thinks that he was on the fob where the PT belts branch wide started. And that's because the XO of the fob got backed over by somebody.
Wow,
So
That's impressive.
that's fun.
he's like, yeah, because he said all of a sudden everybody was issued a PT belt and everybody was told that they had to wear those walking around the fob. And
I remember they gave us no guidance because the first time I ever had to have one was in Okinawa. And they were like, it's like the island order. It's an all island order, fucking.
I remember when it
do
happened. All of a sudden, we all just got these fucking plastic bags that had a fucking PT belt in them. They're like, you have to wear it. And I was like, for what? And they were like,
we had to go buy our own. Like, we
movement.
Fucking,
and it was like, movement.
Like, we only used them if we PT'd before the sun came up. And I think that was the big thing was like, if you're PTing before the sun comes up, and you had to in Okinawa.
Were
it
you
was Black Flag by 9 a.m.
What
right?
year did you get out?
14.
Yes, you got out the year after I did. So you were there when they switched it from wearing it as a belt to wearing it crossbody?
Oh, yeah. The Marines never did that.
So the Army went
I
was it
remember
crossbody with you, or was it as a belt?
It was a belt. For
I
me.
remember seeing it and being like, nice sash, Girl Scouts.
We had to wear it. All of a sudden, the Army decided for a while you had to wear it crossbody. And it was like, what the fuck?
I'm convinced that's where the whole crossbody fanny pack thing came from. There was some E2 that was just like, I do this when I PT.
Actually, you bring that up. And I now, Mikey, I'm gonna put 10 toes on the ground.
Okay.
I'm gonna look you in the eye.
Okay.
And I owe you an apology for fanny packs.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to timestamp this.
So
go on.
I owe you an apology for fanny packs. So
functional fashion.
My wife is now rides regularly.
Uh-huh.
And she got a fanny pack that she wears on the bike.
Sure.
Because her bike doesn't have bags and stuff like that. And she doesn't want to wear a backpack.
Well, it has bag.
It has back pouch. Pouch.
it has pouch.
No. Every rider calls them bags. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Like I ride a bagger. He put bags on his bike. She's got a swing arm bag on her. We all call them bags. To my wife, if it is mounted to your bike and holds things, that's a pouch.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I love it.
my pouches are hard-sided and custom painted.
So
big pouches, apparently.
You drive a poucher.
Yeah,
it's a poucher.
You ride a poucher.
I don't ride a bagger. It's a poucher. But so I've got 10 toes pointed at you.
Okay.
I owe you an apology. She has that fucking fanny pack that she rides with. I'm not going to lie.
It's convenient.
I thought about it.
Dude, functional fashion,
and I was like, God damn it. Like, I wouldn't have to have anything in my pockets.
Nope.
Like in that seated position, the whole 9 yards, just have that.
Especially on yours, because you're like sitting back and like chilling.
Yeah.
Everything's accessible.
And then we get home from a ride and it's hot and I've got shit in my pockets and I'm like emptying everything on the table and she just goes clip and just like hangs it and walks. I'm like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Telling you.
So
everybody hates on cargo shorts and fanny packs till they need a baby wipe or a fucking.
This is my public apology to you.
Well, thank you. It's very big of you.
I am retracting my policy on fanny packs.
That's very big of you, Jazz. I appreciate you. I'm just glad that that we can come together on something and agree that when it comes to function.
I still can't get behind cargo shorts though. I can't.
Oh, come on now. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but I feel
everybody
like
shits on them until they need a dude wipe.
Hey, Mikey, one step at a time.
Hey, baby steps. You're
baby
right.
steps.
You're right.
As soon as Limp Bizkit is in the top 10 again, I'll get cargo shorts because I feel like that's how far back I got to roll it for it to make any sense.
Oh no, we're not talking about tight rolling jeans, man. However, the 90s are making a comeback.
Dude, have you seen that dude all over social media and the Jinkos that's rollerblading everywhere?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Save some fucking pussy for the rest of us, am I right?
God damn it.
Is that
that dude though is making me really happy that I grew up in the era pre-social media.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's some pictures of me in that shit somewhere, but they were on disposable cameras and that shit has disappeared at some point.
I would pay so much money to see photos of y'all from like your early teens and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
I guarantee
I've showed you
your
the
brother
one.
has some.
I hope so.
I've showed you one of me.
I think so.
From like
yeah.
when I was like 14.
I guarantee you.
The one with the guitar with the
Matter
one
of
where I
fact,
had hair.
I know.
Oh my God.
You haven't seen that?
I don't think so.
I know your mother has a picture of me standing in Jinko jeans, a Korn t-shirt, and blue hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give mom a call.
I know she has that picture.
You saw a picture of me from
That's
16
true.
years ago where I
Yeah.
had hair.
That's true.
What's that
Hey,
like?
He, I think his first statement was, "You and Scott are exactly alike because you don't fucking age."
That's true. It's true.
Except for apparently you stopped growing hair.
That's valid.
Hey,
Scott-
that is a
Scott
thing that
kept
just
his.
happens, man.
Scott kept his. I didn't get rid
I'll
of.
let you know.
Fuck you, Jazz. Your goddamn freakishly fucking good hair.
I think I have the hair for the rest of the show.
Apparently.
You do.
And
I
like
agree.
every other cast member on the show, I think I have everybody's hair.
I actually, Scott showed me some pictures from when him and John were in the 101st together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And John looks like he walked off the set of Jersey Shore and joined the army. Like he looks like, like fucking just a tan dude that hangs out at the beach a lot.
Which picture is that?
Whoa.
Bowl cut and everything, baby.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Middle part and hanging halfway.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
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 I had that same
Oh,
haircut.
We all did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Standard. Notice the Kurt Cobain t-shirt.
Yeah. I had that same haircut. Except for
I'm wearing
mine at the
Dickies
time.
and a chain wallet.
Wait, was it a standard chain or was it the one made out of the balls?
This one has chain. It had chainsaw chain at the beginning, and
Yeah.
then it went to standard chain. But I had a
yeah,
chain.
you missed the whole era when not only
Yeah.
did we all have chain wallets, then we decided to start hanging things off the chain on
Yes.
the chain wallet,
Yep.
like charms.
Yeah.
Wait, so the chain wallet was the original Croc.
No,
No, the chain
the
wallet was
chain
the
wallet
original.
was a men's charm bracelet. Is
That's-
essentially what it turned into.
Yep.
Oh,
And by the way, we
my
all
God.
had them. And then,
Yeah.
or you'd graduate and you'd have like 3 chains. And they were all connected. And if you were poor, like I was, and you couldn't afford chain wallets from Gadzooks, because that's where
Jesus.
everybody bought their shit.
I got mine at Spencer's.
Or Spencer, which is still around, but there was
I think I got mine at a
used to be a
gun
store
show or
called
something.
Gadzooks, and you'd buy it from there. But if you were poor, like I was, you went to fucking PetSmart and you bought a choke chain.
Yep.
And then you
Perfect.
went and you got the little clip for a
I had
keychain, and then you
Airwalks
just
on,
punched a
too.
hole
Fucking
in your
A, right.
fucking wallet, and that's how you mounted it.
I had Airwalks on
Fuck
too.
yeah, dude! I would still rock Airwalks if you could get them anywhere.
Are
You
those-
can pay less.
Okay, never mind.
They're not the same.
Do you see that Walmart is now carrying Etnies?
No. Dude, I was an Etnies guy for a long time. Matter of fact, I literally, the natural progression. was
How long
Airwalk
did it take you to
Etnies.
convince your parents to finally spend the money on Etnies?
Oh, I bought
though?
them shits. I had to buy them
Oh,
myself.
I forgot you were a drug dealer.
Yeah. Yeah. I had to buy that shit
I
myself.
forgot you were a drug dealer for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I came clean to my parents about that this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I did this weekend. I
Where
went,
they were just like,
I went up
Yeah,
and
we know.
visited the adopted parents and had a great weekend, man. And turns out my son John can tread water better than any person I've ever seen in my life. And this is after a long career in the Marines. Like the kid, like for like 40 minutes straight, he treaded water. And I was just like, I'm just waiting to see. And he's like laughing and giggling and the whole time.
did
And
you
like,
just start spraying with a hose?
dude,
They're like,
I thought about it. I was like,
let's just see.
I was like, I think I have a Navy SEAL.
Let's just
I was
see.
like-
Just start praying
like,
with a hose. Give him one of those fucking drinking things. And just make him those
Dude.
drinking water and just fucking
something. Like,
yeah. Just
I mean,
see,
the little fucker, like for like 40 minutes straight, just treading water.
dude. That's retard strength.
It's fucking crazy. All right? It's fucking
Jeez.
bananas. I was just
I'm
like,
getting winded thinking about.
I was
that.
exhausted watching it. I was fucking exhausted. I was like, I'm so impressed by you though, man. Because like
Damn,
we don't have a pool at the house, man. Like it's not like he swims all the time.
Isn't there one
You
at
know?
the? I thought you guys had a community one.
Yeah. we do. If it's not shut down because someone broke a glass or fucking
Oh.
or something dumb because it's HOA ran and it's worthless, or they're not bitching. Some Karen's not bitching because there's there's teenagers from the neighborhood next door that's over here trying to swim in our pool.
Yeah,
Who
there is.
fucking cares?
Fucking let them swim.
They're kids, man. They're not dealing drugs and being assholes. They're trying to swim. Let them swim. All right. It's like
That's like
I just wish Karen would be honest with it.
I have like
They're
I have,
minorities, and that's what she doesn't like.
I have
We all
s-
know you're racist, you twat.
I have like 16 and 17-year-olds, and 16 is my cutoff in my store because we're a bar.
Yeah.
So you can't be in the store if you're unsupervised at 16. So these 16, 17-year-olds will come on like a Friday night, and their parents will be like, "Is it okay that he's in here?" And I'm like, "Ma'am, if your 16 or 17-year-old teenager would rather hang out in my game store on a Friday night instead of out doing what I was doing on a Friday night,
Right?
they're fine."
And mom, dad, you did a good job.
Yeah.
All right.
They're fine. Yes. And I was like, you have the store number. They have a
Get
cell
the
phone,
fuck
I'm assuming.
outta
Like,
here.
they're fine.
2006.
You look exactly the same, just more beard. Another fucking vampire over here.
You saw that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
bananas, dude.
Don't age.
Yep.
You were drinking then.
Yeah, it was.
You can tell by the puffy in the cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's not blush.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. fuck, God, I'm glad social media wasn't a thing while I was in high school.
Oh, God.
MySpace was just coming around.
Well, dude, I was already in the Marines by the
But
time
you
that
couldn't
shit
be on
came in.
MySpace unless you fucking like knew how to code.
Right,
Like,
right.
that was back when like you got out like there's a huge chunk of our generation that can write HTML just because of MySpace.
Yeah,
That's dope.
that's
Well,
Because
that's,
if you
that's how
wanted-
you had to do it.
If
If
you
I
wanted to
think that's
change the
dope.
background, it wasn't just pick a picture. You had to go change the code
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
in
if
your
you wanted
page.
the top 12 instead of just the top 8, you better learn. You better know how to do it. You know, type of shit.
But that was the whole thing with MySpace. MySpace was supposed to be your website. So
Yeah.
it was now it's all music, which is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
But back then, like you could have
We turned our back on Tom.
we really did.
Yeah.
And we didn't, and we shouldn't have.
No.
Well, then
He never did us wrong. He always was there.
Justin
Everybody's
Timberlake tried
friend.
to fucking revamp it too. He was.
That's why it's all music now.
Yeah.
That's why it's all bands and shit
Mhm.
like that. But man, back then, man, you had to code to change the background. And
Comedians took
That's
advantage
also
of that.
true,
Like
yeah.
fucking Dane Cook. That's what made him fucking uber famous.
Yep.
Was MySpace.
Mhm.
well, because you could. So part of the code that you could go change was like if you had music you liked,
yeah.
you had to go to somebody's page, and that's all that was on the page. But you could code in music. So when you visited the page, that music would just start playing.
Yeah.
That's
Shit
so
like that. So
fucking cool, man.
Guys like Dane Cook would do it, and when you visited his page, his bit would just start going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So-
it's cool that there was kind of like a barrier to entry with that.
No,
Yeah.
you could run the defaults.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's not as
But-
cool.
But if you wanted to make it cool, you had to
Exactly.
go fucking learn how to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
And,
that's
uh,
fucking
You
Well,
could
it's like-
you could animate your background, so like it was constantly like moving in the background.
Sure.
You could animate that. You could change out the
Mine for
the
a while
layout.
was that was when the women's U.S. soccer team made the top 8, and she ran out and stripped her jersey off,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it was just her in a fucking in the sports bra.
Mine was Hope So's
It was-
butthole for a while.
It was that. It was that scene of her just taking her top off on a loop, and it just
Nice.
fucking
And I remember like you would like I would post random videos and change it up all the time. Like it was like I mean I didn't have a computer. And I would go to my Marines' room. I remember it was my buddy Brick, and I'd go into his room. I was like, let me check my shit. That was like the word. I was like, let me check my shit. And he'd be like, all right. He'd sit there trying to do schoolwork, but I was his boss. So he'd be like, fuck. He'd get up and I'd sit there and check my MySpace and shit. I'd be like, fuck out of here, man. I'm talking to bitches. Or whatever, but yeah. And then well, in Facebook, he was the first kid I knew who had Facebook because he had a .edu email.
yeah. So that got
that's
it.
You,
right.
like you
Yeah.
had to be
Yeah, because
a
it was-
student.
It was
Mhm.
originally
It was a student network.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was originally just MIT.
Yeah.
And then Harvard got involved, and then fucking,
And then it was a student only network, and then
Yeah.
after that, it was invite only.
And
So
then
somebody had to be in Facebook,
And they
and
started
they had
letting-
to send you an invite.
they started letting military in right before they opened it to everybody else. Like, but I think that was the invite thing. I think that was part
It
of
was
it.
invite only, and then now it's just like my mom.
Yeah, now it's all old people like us.
That's why I don't post anything.
That's the one thing about Meta buying Instagram as well. Is like now when I post on Instagram, it automatically updates my friends on Facebook. Because my Facebook is people that I know. That's people that I actually know. There's pictures of my children on there. There's
Yeah, I think I'm about
things.
to do the
Like-
big purge,
Yeah. Like,
and it's like if I look at the name and I go, I don't know who the fuck you are. You're gone.
yeah,
I'm
see,
sorry.
Yeah.
And if-
but that's
and if-
also why I have like 7,000 or 8,000 fucking friend requests. It's all people I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even like.
Then it's like, dude, I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like,
the
it's-
running line with my Facebook feed is I can go through my friends list and tell you where I know every single person from.
Yeah, same. I'm the same way. There's less than 10 people on my friends list, I would say, that I've never physically met.
Yeah.
And that's
Whoa.
less than 10. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and I don't know how many friends I have on Facebook, but it's over 1,000.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've hit the cap before, and I think that was my first page, and then I fucking started
Yeah,
over.
it's
Did I-
wild.
I have 588 friends on my Facebook page. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's really fucking weird because I get people that I know from this industry, from Warfighter,
Mhm.
that want to add me. And I'm like,
Oh, I have exactly 1,500 friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1,500 friends, but every single person on here, like I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then requests. Look, how many requests do I have? See all. It doesn't tell you the exact number, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't
You
anymore.
can back this up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's scrolling for days.
Still
So-
scrolling.
Yeah, I've definitely, as I've gotten older, it's like if I don't really know you, I'm not fucking adding you. Especially because I know like when I get older and have
Still
kids
scrolling.
and shit, I don't need some fucking rando seeing
Like-
pictures of my kids. And,
Well, that's
Fuck.
like I can always tell when my friends are like when their career clicks over and they're doing really well
yeah,
because all of a sudden like I stop seeing anything from them.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah,
He's busy.
yeah. You don't have the time to go put random shit on the internet now.
Yeah.
Like you've got shit to do.
yeah.
Oh,
Like,
I still shit post. I just shit post late at night.
Really good.
Shit
Aaron,
posting's fun.
Yes.
Aaron Whidden, my best friend in the army, went through some shit. Total shitbag as an enlisted guy. Literally did the whole like married a stripper. The whole like
Attaboy.
100% right. Like he had 3 cans of Axe body spray in his Honda Civic's fucking glove box. Like the
Yeah.
quintessential
Oh, yeah.
fucking.
Don't those come when you buy a Honda Civic?
like, especially the 2-doors.
That,
yeah.
that and a Nelly CD. Yes.
And
Country
yeah.
grammar comes
Like-
standard.
No, he was a huge 5-finger Death Punch fan, like all that kind of shit. But then one day, man, like it clicked. He got a divorce, went back to Indiana, went to college, commissioned, like became an officer, found a new chick, adopted her 2 kids. And like I was following his career.
Just
he made
became
it,
a grown up
and
like,
then
out of nowhere.
and all of a sudden he got promoted to captain, and then just silence. Like just everything went on. I was like, look at you.
Now you're a company
you
commander.
fucking made it.
You're
Like,
a company commander.
I'm so
and you
fucking
can't
proud.
do
He was
shit.
a great fucking dude. Look, he was everything that you expect a fucking E4 to be. But that's a dude. That's the guy. The whole time I was like, I'm glad we're as close as we are because you're the guy I want to go to war with. Like that was that guy. First sergeant wasn't gonna like him, but that's the
Dude,
guy you want by your side.
You're damn
Like,
right, man. I love those guys.
And but yeah, now
Well,
like
you know who that is? That's John. That's John. You know, the first sergeant's not going to fucking like him. He's going to fucking open his mouth. But goddamn it, the motherfucker shoots straight, and I like it, and I can depend on him. You know,
well, and that was the dude that was like, "Hey,
Like-
I've got this thing," and he's like, "No, you don't. Don't worry about it. Like he's got you. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
Aaron was that guy, and
Yeah.
he was my dude.
yeah.
But yeah, now he's out fucking doing great things. So
Dude,
Nice.
my roommate in California is now a major, and we were sergeants together. And I know, we'll say too much about him and the fucking nefarious shitbaggery that we used to get
I
into.
guarantee you now that
Like pulling him out of whorehouses.
now that
in Mexico and
Witten's
shit.
moving his career along, I guarantee you when they did the whole like for his SF-86 packet and all that shit, when you have to put your character witnesses in it, there was no fucking way I was getting listed.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it was like,
No, you're
this man
real
knows too much.
strategic. You're
Yeah.
real strategic. I've
Yeah.
never been asked for my boy Long either. Like he's never once, man. It's like,
Nope.
nope. Maybe when he gets out and he needs a fucking like a letter of rec or something. to
That'd
hit
be a
me
different
up.
animal, there's no way as long as Aaron's chasing his career, I'll ever get the fucking phone call.
Yep.
But I'm proud of him, man. Last I heard, he was getting his promotion and then moving on. He was out at Bliss, actually, because he's a gun bunny now.
Yeah.
Fucking,
He's a pull string go boom.
yeah. Doing all that fucking fuck you, but over there
Yeah.
kind of shit. So,
Fuck you far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, nah, but he doesn't watch this show. But if you ever stumble across this, man, I'm proud of you. You're doing fucking great work. He got
Yeah.
super healthy too.
Yeah.
Like, like
Well, that's what you got to think. When you were at E4, like we ran on caffeine and hate and fucking
we're all
like,
young enough to
and
not give
nicotine.
a
nicotine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's all you do. It's like E4 and below, man. It's like,
and you give a fuck.
Dude, you just described my 20s.
dude, cigarettes are a fruit group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Fucking, it's a Monday morning PT test. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
right.
get through it on spite.
Right.
Like, it doesn't
I'll
fucking-
get to it just so I can be like, fuck you, I beat you.
Yeah.
All right. I don't give a fuck that I'm puking up all the fucking booze I drank the night before. Yeah, like fucking degens, man. All of us.
Yep.
And you know, when you get to the level of leadership that your guys at now,
Yeah.
you know, we're like, I'm in charge of fucking
You're
hundreds of
truly
lives.
a leader of men.
Yeah.
It's,
It
priorities gotta
It gets
change.
a little different, man. And like, yeah, it's got to change. I mean, everybody's got to grow up eventually. I mean, I keep saying that, but jury's out. Fuck.
It's okay. Your time will come.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think so. Anyways,
Oh.
it's brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Codes in the description. Wellness.us, as well as Icy Tech Coolers and Grill Your Ass Off. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tell your mom.
Tell your friends.
Tell your fucking mom's friends. Dave's looking for that scarf. It's almost ass eating season. It's coming.
No.
Not yet, though. Not yet. It's still too warm, but
It's
Yeah.
102 today.
Yeah.
it's still a bit too warm.
It's September.
It's on the way.
It's September.
I'm hopeful that
Next week, I saw it's supposed to be in the low 90s, and I was like, fuck, winter's here, boys.
taking my
Right.
shirt off. Woo! Putting on layers, dog. Fuck. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons, do all that shit. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna raise my glass and say thanks for being my freedom friend, Dave. Thanks for
Yeah.
filling in, buddy. Cheers, pal. And 3 little things. They're easy, not hard to do at all. Dave, hit him with the first one.
Smoke on.
Jazz.
Drink on.
And God damn it, kids.
Freedom to fuck on.
Later.